Now joined here on GoHofstra.com by head coach Krista Kilburn-Stavetsky and senior guard Nicole Capurso. Coach, some comments about the game and how your senior guard Nicole Capurso stepped up in the absence of Candace Blockio.
Oh yeah, I mean that was like a devastating blow for us, and it was early. It was a couple minutes in, and it was a very, very physical game. Took us a second to wrap our head around what was really going on, and so it was devastating to see Candace get hit. I knew it immediately, and the team did a good job of just compartmentalizing, and and then of course Nicole stepped up and did a great job. We'd seen some of that early in a scrimmage actually, so I'm glad we had a little bit of exposure with that, and I certainly could not have done that without her composure and making some big shots at times that we needed and getting the ball to the right people.
Strong weekend overall by Nicole Capurso. Can you talk about our efforts throughout the weekend?
Well, I mean, I made a comment about the whole team. It's how we find out things about ourselves. I mean, we know what Nick can bring and what she's always brought to us. And it's just, and great players step up when they need to, defer roles to people that are, I think that's what this whole team does. I mean, you saw Kate have big numbers. You've seen Tay have some big numbers. You've seen Candace have 12 assists at St. John's. And then Nicole, we needed a helping hand. Nicole's been there consistently, but then, boy, when she needs to step up and take a bigger role, she's way capable of doing that. And that's what makes us so special. I knew today was going to be a day for other people to step up. I knew AO was going to have a big day for us. I did, and I knew we were going to need a total post effort. I thought Marie Malone. And so it's like, that's what's so great about us, is that everybody at any given moment can step up and do what we need to do for us to win. And I think that's what we've learned a lot about ourselves in this two-game swing.
Nicole, there was a stretch in the first half where you held them for more than 10 minutes without a field goal. Why was the defense so effective in the first?
I think it just took us a second, like Coach said, after Candace went down, and then we had to kind of readjust, and we had to adjust to the way they were playing us. They were really just banging us around and hitting us, and something that we just were not ready for, I think, right from the jump. And so once we all settled and got composed and was able to do that and realize that's how they were playing, we were able to just be us, and being us was holding them and playing defense well and stuff like that. So I think that's where that came from.
And a lot of times for you late in the second half, needed to go one-on-one just to get a hoop when Shantae wasn't converting or other players weren't converting. Was it something that you just wanted to bring upon yourself, that my team needs a bucket? You hit a big three, I think it was about 8 minutes left, to kind of extend the lead even more.
Yeah, I mean, they were playing me really weird, in our conference and stuff like that. I'm not used to somebody playing me really like almost 3 feet off. Like, they were really sagging down on the post and stuff like that. And really the only way for them to end up coming out is for me to, start shooting the ball or something like that. And I mean, I took a bunch of shots today, but I think then it was able to open it up down for Shantae and Marie and stuff like that. So that's what I think needed to be done there. Yeah.
And it was hard. It was hard because they weren't guarding her. I mean, nobody in our conference never got guarded a person. So, we did what we needed to do to win.
What do you think of the way Andriana responded to the new responsibility?
We were just talking about that. We phenomenal. And that's what tournaments like this do too. I mean, that's what I said. That's why we learned a lot about ourselves, and that we can win in different ways, and that. And that's a big blow, and so for a freshman to step up along, Nick, Nick, not saying Nick's going to be able to handle it, but Nick was able to guide her and give her confidence on the floor, and then she was able to step up and do it, with her, and it was big. She made some big buckets in transition, found our post players, and I can't say enough.
Forced 26 turnovers. Had 10 steals. Can you talk about the defensive effort as a team today? Yeah,
and it's funny, we still haven't even gotten into our mojo with our press yet, so it's still causing people to play at a little bit more frantic pace, but, again, we kind of thought two very physical teams, that they did kind of keep us in control of their tempo a little bit, but when we'd have our moments to be able to run. So, I mean, this is just great drawing board stuff for us to go back, as a staff too, and go, okay, now what do we need to do? What do we need to do to make a change here for us to keep the momentum or to get the momentum back? So, but yeah, I mean, it was very physical.
4-1 record, 4 straight wins. How do you continue the momentum, Nicole, heading back, a game against Seton Hall this week, conference starting next weekend?
I think we're just really excited to get home. I mean, you guys saw St. John's at home, how much fun we have playing there, and coming up we have Seton Hall at home, and that's we went there last year, so I know they're going to be hungry. We beat them in their house, so I think just being home now for our next game is just more of an incentive, and being 4-1 at home is, a lot more exciting. So.
I mean, both of you, the offense was really running on all cylinders through the first 3 games. It wasn't the prettiest offensive game yesterday, wasn't the prettiest offensive game today. Is that something to go back to the drawing board on, or you just kind of forget about these 2 games and focus on just doing what you do well at home, which was score, obviously, in the game against St. John's and last year as well?
Well, I mean, the fun thing is that it's, you know, we certainly don't forget it because we got the W and we got it in a different way. And, you know, it's more of just seeing how everybody plays this differently and then work on that in practice. You know, Bill does a great job, Coach Farr does a great job of, you know, okay, this is what we do when this happens, and we just need to keep getting exposed. Like I keep saying, we didn't get all this exposure last year until later. So all this is just great ammunition for us to keep growing and getting stronger and stronger. So, you know, and again, a tournament, playing big schools on a neutral site and coming out with 2 wins, you know, this is where your team, this is what obviously they deserve, they've earned, and this is this pinnacle of, you know, what this program has been, you know, developing ourselves to, and I can't say enough about these kids, you know, to get this for them. We've worked hard to get to this point, and I'm very proud of them.
Marie Malone had 5 blocks today. Was this the best you've ever seen her look on defense?
Yeah, you know, she's getting her mojo back too, and I felt like that, you know, against Kansas State yesterday, and you know, she had this great minutes, great O boards, and just had strong takes to the basket, and so, you know, it's pretty nice to be able to talk about this many people that are doing great things. Yeah. You know, Devin Naomi, good. Annie Payton gave us good minutes today, and so it's wild. And Kate Loper's just been Kate Loper. I mean, she causes the defense to open up the holes because they know that she can hit it.
Coach, one final question. Sounds like you have a sore voice. You been able to fight through that and enjoy your last 2 days in Cancun?
Yeah, man, I'm going to do my best.
Thank you, guys. Enjoy the trip.